Hello, my friends. How can I date someone who slouches in other tales of date of a month? It's your old pal Sarah Mashansky up here in Vancouver, Canada. Amy, Emma, thank you so much for sharing your stories. So inspirational and very comical. Inspired me to do another vlog post. As you guys have seen, I talk so much, it's very hard for me to type what I'm trying to express, so hopefully you can sit through a couple minutes of Mashansky's tales. Moving forward, since the last time was my TV date, first dates, and that happened in July. I hadn't been on any of the dating apps since maybe March of last year, or of this year. Early September, decided to fire up Tinder and Bumble, just give it another shot. Got like 100 matches on both apps. Nobody wrote me on Bumble, like one dude. So I got messaging back and forth with this guy, Steve. He said he wanted to wine and dine me. And more importantly than anything, I was really interested to meet him because of his job. He works for the Vancouver Police Department, going over crime scene material. He's not a police officer, but it's very CSI, and I love details, and I love CSI. So I was like, when they've got 5 pictures, I liked like 2 of them. The third one was like, okay, but there's 2 I was like, goo, like if that guy shows up on the date, like, fuck. Like, so whatever though, wine and dine. He said, you name the place. He said, name the time and place and I'll be there. So I suggested it was a Friday night, and I wouldn't normally go for dinner. I think most of you girls and guys might follow the same rule on a first app date. But something about him, he just seemed kind of harmless, and I chose a place where it's like share plates, so even if it wasn't going good, we could like tee it up. Friday night, wine and dine me. You choose the date and location. So get there. He's there before me. It's all good. I rock up. He's okay. He's like in between the two, like all the pictures, like not as good as I thought, but not as bad as it could have been. And he's wearing all black. He's got black hair, black eyes, black bags, black shirt, black pants, black shoes. Okay. Again, if you know me, I'm very bright and bubbly and colorful. So this was like a little bit of a, okay, just go with it. But the restaurant I chose is a brand new place, downtown Vancouver, upscale casual, like this really amazing chef opened a second place. And it actually was awesome, like beautiful location, ambiance, music, really cool. We sat upstairs, super busy. And it's actually going really well. And the longer like we sat down and got chatting, like the better it was going. I was like, wow, like this is why you don't like judge somebody ahead of time, because the energy was really cool. And they suggested we share maybe 3 to 5 things. So we're each having a drink. We started sharing food. He thinks I'm so funny, like letting me do all the talking. He's like, ha, 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 ha. Like everything I'm saying. I'm like, okay, this guy's really growing on me. We just finished our 3rd dish, and I'm about to order a 2nd cocktail. When the waitress comes to ask us like what else we'd like to order, and he kind of goes silent. So I said, oh, I think I did order my other cocktail, but I said, just food, just give us a minute. So she walks away, and right away my other drink comes that we like cheers, and then we're like laughing, and again he's like loving me, and then his face goes a bit sullen, and he gets his phone out of his pocket and like looks down. And so I'm thinking, okay, he's texting a friend. Like that's why, like, I don't know. I have no idea, but he's gone like sullen, has his phone up, and he's like, yeah, my parking expires in 10 minutes. I'm like, what? Like, what? Okay. I'm like, oh, do you need to, go put some money in the meter? Nope, I already used up all my money, all my change, $10 getting here. I'm like, okay. And I mean, we've only been at the restaurant for an hour. So I'm thinking, okay, so you thought we'd only be here for an hour? Or, so I'm like, oh, okay, well, do you have the app? like trying to offer solutions. And he said, no, I don't have the app. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm really sorry. I actually don't have any change. I think I have like $1, maybe a loonie. That's Canadian for $1, a loonie. And he's just like, the mood's changed. And I'm like, finally, I'm like, well, Steve, I don't know what you're telling me. Like, are you leaving? Like, is that what's happening? He's like, well, no. I thought like we could. I thought we could leave together. I thought we could go somewhere else, like try a different restaurant. I'm like, okay. Like I don't know why he just didn't say that. So I'm like, okay, I gotta use the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I call my best friend Bridget. I'm like, Bird, like what the fuck? I'm out on this date who I knew I probably wasn't gonna like anyways. Thought it was going good, and then he just kiboshed all the good energy with this parking story. She's like, no, keep going, give him a chance. You just never know. So against my better judgment, I went back and agreed, okay, let's pay the bill and go to a new place. And he was very sweet. He paid the bill. And it was also very sweet. Okay, so we get to his car, and it is a matte black, like 1990 Mustang. And we get inside, everything's black, black, black. And we get in and drive off. We go to the West End in Vancouver, drive around, find some parking, and he has nowhere to suggest. So I say, why don't we go to the Bayside Lounge? Which, Nikki, you know what that is. It's a pub in the West End that on Friday and Saturday nights has like a DJ, and it gets a kind of a bit bumping. But it's just more of a dive bar, like older establishment, but it's up looking over the ocean and everything. So why not? Something fun and exciting. So we go in there and it's like pumping. It's kind of going off. We get a table. We each order a drink. And as soon as we order, as soon as our drinks come, we cheers. And then he tells me he has hearing damage in one ear, so he's partially deaf. Yeah. So the whole time when he was like laughing at everything I was saying and going along and thinking I'm so witty and clever and funny, no, he can't actually fucking hear what I'm saying. So that's his like go-to, like ha 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 ha, like just laughing. And I thought he was like so smiley, and he's always like, so I'm like, great. This day just went from like okay to bad to worse. So as soon as he tells me he's basically deaf, boom, the DJ fires up. Boom, boom, boom. The music's going off. Even when you can hear each other, it's very loud. So he moves over beside me, but then the rest of the conversation is just only one-sided. And then that's when we have the drink, and I'm like, actually, I'm not feeling really great. I think we should tee this up. And that's it. We walk to the car and have a good night and leave. Now, I will say there was a reason the universe sent me to him, because like you girls, I think especially Emma, he was like reliving some other Tinder stories with me, but actually this is comedy fucking gold. He is reliving his Tinder horror stories to me. So there's 2 quick stories I'll share with you guys so that you don't want to kill me for making too long of a video. The first one is because that's where this is how he tells me. When he said wine and dine, he meant cook dinner and drink wine at one of our houses. Well, yeah, sorry, Steve. I don't just tend to invite people from Tinder or like Bumble to my house. And like, what if we don't like each other and we're going to have to make a whole dinner together? Like, no. So, but this is his standard thing, I guess, because he told me because he can't hear very well out at restaurants. So that's what he prefers to do. So he tells me that he'd matched with this other girl, and they got chatting, and they came up with the wine and dine. And so she said, let's do it at my place. So invite him over. And when he got there, she has her mom there. So he's now making dinner with his date and her mom. No joke. Okay? Second story, he tells me that he meets this girl out at the bar of the Keg. It's just like a chain restaurant here in Canada. Um, and he meets her at the bar, and they arrive, they say hi, and they each order a drink. And so he orders a beer, she orders a glass of white wine, and 4 shots of vodka. And he's thinking, oh, okay, 4 shots of vodka. One for me, one for her, one for the bartender, and one, no idea. So their drinks come, then the bartender comes, pours 4 shots of vodka, puts them in front of her, and she goes, boom, 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 does all 4 shots. And he's like, whoa, fuck, I guess we're like gonna party tonight. She orders 4 more. The bartender pours them. She shoots them back, and then she turns to him and says, do you want to come home and fuck me while my husband watches? So honest to God, this is like going out with Steve actually did make me feel so much better about my life. I came home, I deleted Tinder and Bumble. Goodbye to those apps. Well, like 2 weeks ago, me and a girlfriend was hanging out, and we're like, fuck, man, we just want to get laid. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I've realized I got a lot going on in my life. I don't have a lot to offer somebody. And what I'm really looking for is some TLC, you know, Netflix and chill. Like, that's really where I'm at right now. Netflix and chill. So we go on Tinder. I don't even fucking bother with Bumble. Get a bunch of matches. Match with this 29-year-old Irvin, a Filipino nurse living here in Vancouver. He's been here for 6 years. We start getting hot and heavy kind of right away. You know when it just flows? Like, not like a fucking dick pic right away, but it was just like, he was like so into me, and we just got gabbing, and then it turned like slightly sexual. And then, you know, by day 3, we're like full on sexting. And we sexted for like 8 days until I finally just broke down, and I did just let him come over without meeting out and about. And we got it on in and out in about 2.5 hours. And then that was just over a week ago. And then yesterday he came over like around 11:30 and left at 7. He was here for like 7 hours. And we spent the entire day in bed. And it was epic. Let me tell you, people, it was epic. So that's where Sarah Mashansky's at. Oh, but did I just say that? And now I've deleted the apps again. Tinder's gone. I got what I needed. I've had some hot loving. I mean, I will say this. This guy, Irvin, texts me so hot and heavy. We meet up. I didn't hear from him for a couple days, but he is a nurse and was doing 5 12-hour shifts. Heard from him again. Spent yesterday together. I texted him this morning just saying thanks so much. Never texted me back. I mean, I'm not thinking that I won't ever hear back from him. But it just does suck. Like, last week I never messaged him. And I didn't feel nothing. I was like, yeah, got it on, got what I needed. And when I heard from him again, it was like more like a treat. But why is it that we do the follow-up? I mean, I really want to say thank you. Like, we ordered food in bed. He paid for it. Like, I had like 4 orgasms. Life is good. He thinks I'm the hottest thing since sliced bread. So, of course, I want to say thank you. But guess what? When they don't text back, even anything, it doesn't actually feel great. Even like, anyways, I'm just sharing with you guys because I know you know, guys. So thanks for listening, and please come to visit me in Canada anytime you guys like, and please, please, please keep sharing because it's nice to know you're not alone, and we can do it. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. See ya.